Greetings, IndyCar enjoyers, and this is the Bandito saying, here we are again at Barber. And I also put the two NASCAR races together as today, or yesterday to be more precise, is also Star Wars Day, and I had a Star Wars video to make, so expect the video to be delayed for a whole day. But anyways, the Barber GP begins with Alex Palou jumping to the lead. Scotty Mack is in second. That's Scott McLaughlin, by the way. It's just a nickname for him. Oh man, there's contact with Eilert and Rossi, and yeah, you're supposed to pronounce it like that, by the way. Scotty Mack uses the push to pass to try to overtake Palou. Meanwhile, Lundgaard and Pato are battling each other, and one of them falls behind Nolan Siegel, or Nolan Siegel if you want to pronounce it like that. Rossi is now in ninth, and, well, Alexander Rossi starts catching up to his former teammate, and he also started using the push-to-pass button. He should be careful as he only has a few seconds left on the P2P boost. While Palou continues to lead, Marcus Ericsson makes a rather early pit stop. So far, no full course yellows have happened. Alex Palou now has a huge lead gap. One thing I'm hoping for is the pit stops to change everything up. Callum Eilert is seen making a pit stop on lap 13. Joseph Newgarden also decides to pit in a lap later and switches to the racing hards. Yeah, that's the harder compounds, by the way. Next to come to the pits is Scott Dixon, and he too gets fresh tires. Hold up, we see Pato O'Ward come down to the pits. After Kirkwood comes down to pit road, he starts having issues. Lundgaard then comes down to get the racing softs, and before you know it, Scotty Mack pits in. But Palou stays out. Even when VK pits in, Palou still stays out. And another driver has an issue on pit road as the pit gun got jammed. Dang. It's amazing that Palou's tires have not fallen off that much, especially when he manages to run 20 laps of the racing softs. Yeah, that is impressive. That's like Tajay Pogacar levels of talent if you get into bicycle racing, but I only know the names because my dad, is into bicycle racing for some reason. Don't ask. Palou started catching up to lap traffic. 23 laps later, and Palou decided to pit in. He gives up the lead to Marcus Armstrong and even manages to overtake Stingray Robb. Man! There's just no stopping him. He is a magician. Makes me wonder why he hasn't considered Formula 1 yet. The race went by fast as we are now on lap 25. Marcus pits in and gives up the lead to Palou. While the race is going on, we get a short video on how the steering wheel of the Dallara IR18 works. While Palou is doing well, Joseph, who won at Barber 8 times in a row, isn't doing so well. Santino Ferrucci then comes down to pit road to stop for fresh rubber and gas. Palou starts falling behind as he is currently using the harder compounds, but not by much. He does try to gain it back. Amazingly, Palou still manages to gain a huge lead gap even when using the harder compounds. No matter which tire he uses, he's still incredible. This is why he always manages to win the championship. He is great at what he does and always tries to push that car to its limits. So far, not much is going on. Dixon makes another pit stop and we see another driver come down to pit road. Kiffin lets Palou get past him as well. He is with the same team and he has to let Palou get past him, no matter what. Will Power, aka the AJ Allmendinger of IndyCar, and, well, the Australian AJ Allmendinger, because, well, he raced in the Champ Car World Series just like AJ did, makes a pit stop, and several more drivers also come down to pit road. Holy crap, there's a battle with Palou and Lundgaard manages to get past his teammate. Scotty Mack then comes down to pit road. Lundgaard moves up for the field. Needless to say, McLaren's gamble worked out well for them. Colton Herta makes another pit stop, and we see more pit road issues. Again? Rinus VK gets out of pit road before he would get past, and we see Pato O'Ward battling Will Power for 11th, and the Aussie manages to get past. Hold up, Marcus is in the lead after Palou made another pit stop. So exciting, man. Much better than Firmo, am I right? Palou is in third, and look at this. Connor Daly is in the top 5. It's amazing what he had to go through, but it was all worth it in the end. The two Meyer-Shank racing cars pit in and give up the lead to Alex Palou, and despite having another terrible pit stop, Armstrong manages to defend his position from Newgarden. Will Power is told by his teammate to save fuel, even though he could have passed Rinus and Scotty Mack had it not been for the fuel-saving strategy. Uh-oh, one of the drivers spins out and touches grass, though no caution is thrown. Will Power will also have no contract for next year, meaning that this year could be his last year of racing for Penske. Christian Lundgaard starts eating away at Alex Palou's lead gap. Wait, what? But Palou won't let it fade away completely. Here we go, only 29 laps left. Palou still hangs on to his lead and has to deal with more lap traffic. His lead gap shrinks down even further, and he's now 4.9 seconds ahead of Lundgaard. Pato O'Ward makes another pit stop. More drivers come down again for one last time, and Palou gives up the lead to Scotty Mack. Rinus VK then comes down to pit road along with more drivers. Scotty Mack decides to pit in, and Rossi is now leading. Next time around, Rossi decides to pit in, and Palou is back in the lead. With 20 to go, Palou is still leading. Ferrucci attempts to catch up to Newgarden, and he is a natural. Nolan and Rossi are battling for ninth, while Palou is still leading. Rinus manages to be quicker than Scotty Mack. Rossi defends his position from Seagull, even when he has to use up the last of his push-to-pass boost. Scott Dix is currently in 12th. We could have had another caution, but Ferrucci manages to escape, and he does an excellent job at avoiding disaster. Lundgaard gets past Kiffin Simpson, and he puts him a lap down. Rinus is now behind Eilert and puts him a lap down even when he had to use his P2P boost to do it. It's the final lap, and if all goes well for the Tadej Pogacar of IndyCar, he'll take home his third win of the season. Just like that, he takes home his third win of 2025. Rinus almost got a podium, but Scotty Mack was proven to be difficult to get past. Still, fourth is impressive for Dale Coyne Racing. Palou decided not to do donuts as Chip Ganassi doesn't want him to abuse the car and they want to put it in the museum, which is probably for the best. But anyways, Barber was a good race. It had some exciting racing. While it's nowhere near as good as Long Beach, it still delivered. Barber gets an 8 out of 10. Next time, we go to the Indianapolis GP circuit. And this is me signing off. Are you excited about Indianapolis GP? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, I'll link you one of Alex Palou's last wins. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell just in case you haven't already done so. Catch you guys next time, and peace out.